Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And meanwhile, all of the vessels in the Persian Arab-Iran Gulf are waiting for instructions under Project Freedom, which will begin their organized evacuation from the restricted water. Then day 7 on March 10th was the murder of the director of the police of Khan Yunis while he was inspecting food. And day 8, May 11th, bombs are falling on residences and across Lebanon. Those are those 1,000-pound Legion X bombs. Day 10 is May 13th, and in Lebanon there was all of those high altitude drones were striking multiple vehicles along multiple roadways all throughout the same afternoon. And it continues through the middle of May against Lebanon with the Legion X bombers, which are dropping 1,000-pound bombs to demolish residences. And despite of what the news media will try to say that, oh, everyone's the refugees are moving around, that's a lie. The people are in those homes. Those bombs are dropping on homes with people inside of them. And this is the continuation. So I am trying to tell one report of May. And these are all of the things that I said for Gaza, because it's such a long report and it's being difficult to record. My dear lovely Gaza, be thoughtful of the time of day which you are posting to request for donations on the platform, so that we have a strategy, so that we could act together as, like, you know, as a group, so that we could actually be a group and working together and have a cohesive strategy. So we're hoping that everyone can get the needed money. Spend all day taking nice photos and wait until the night to post it, because the night, the time zone is different. At midnight in Gaza time is 5 p.m. here in America. Although you feel the hunger is inspiring the worst feeling, try to make your photograph look beautiful, because nobody ever donates to something ugly just because it's in pain. People want to donate to something beautiful that's an extension of themselves. So if they feel like you will never be friends with them, that you'll never marry them, that you would never be their boyfriend, you'll never be their girlfriend, you'll never associate with them, that you're religious and that you would never accept them unless somebody converts to your religion, all of those things are going to make sure that you do not get the donation from that person, because that person is offended by your religion. The people are taking offense to the religion because you changed the book away from what the book said. Let the children have the pictures of themselves to remember when they're older, and they can look back at themselves, remembering that they are worthy and beautiful among those destructive plans that are let to come out against humanity. It feels overwhelming that anyone would suffer and that humanity would not reach out to them, that their hearts would be sealed against the suffering of innocent people. The suffering of innocence is being ignored. We're not getting sympathy because the heart died. And you need to retrieve the heart of the West, who is empty-hearted. And if you let them fall in love with the people of Islam, but if you won't let them, then there could never be peace between the people. And the war is this war has nothing to do with the people versus the people. It has everything to do with the governments who are corrupt, and you are asking other people to lay down their life and comfort for justice. So the book of the Quran is a shield of the soul, and it can make people prosper and bring favor to people. The West has the biggest conscience of action towards Gaza. I know that you've seen the depravity of the situation of getting hundreds of views and tens of reposts, and the people behave that they don't even have a spare $10. It's because they're angry with you and they think that you hate them. Only anger and hate could seal the heart of humanity. We must approach the West. You don't have to call out to any kind of audience. You just have to face the West. And take this one example. There are thousands of American men who were sailors on those warships. And those warships brought all of those bombs. The bombs had to be sailed over here. When they reached the shore, they couldn't get to Gaza by floating on the beach. They had to be loaded onto the jets that flew into the air. And all of those men who moved those bombs they are in the military service. So if they speak out against their commanding orders, then to their superiors, then there's consequences for them, like they won't get their money. So they made a fight in their mind, and they said they were going to sell their soul for this. And it will not take very much to say to an American person to ask them to look at their hands, and that they would feel sorry, they would feel remorse. And your voice has to enter into the head of the American man and to the American woman, and that's something that would be painful to them. He knows that the killing, it's unforgivable. He gave up on the relationship with you. He said, you'll never have a relationship with me. You care nothing of a relationship with me. And then he said, I need the money. And then his hands did it. And it was the most evil, despicable thing. He became the villain. And the American life is very much about the money. The money you tell on Gaza is talking to the people of America, and they're saying, it's just $10, it's just $20, it means nothing to you. Yes, it does. That $20 means everything to him. The money, all he cares about is the money. He doesn't care about American women. He doesn't care about loyalty. He doesn't care about love. He cares about Barbie. He cares about sports cars. He cares about money. And he does care that his hands have just set forth something. And now, all of a sudden, the price on the soul is a little bit different, because he's coming to terms of the death, and he's thinking about his own death, and he's starting to come to the terms of justice. So we are sure in victory in the heart of the world. It's cold in here. The Pacific Ocean takes up half of the planet, and all of the landmass is on the other half of the planet. 100 years ago, they got engines, and a sailboat who sails into the Pacific Ocean will never come home because they would not be able to navigate across the Pacific Ocean. They need wind to catch their sails and blow. So until the engine came, no one crossed the Pacific Ocean. And curiously, the Pacific Ocean is so big that it's 1/2 of the planet. And that means that all of the land is all nestled into one section on 1/2 of the planet. And that goes to show how critical and essential that Suez Canal is and what it means since the engine came, since the ships came, and now all of the gold is being brought up from the earth in mountains and mountains that they never had before, and also shipped in mountains and mountains that they never had before. And the Suez Canal is essential for moving from anywhere in the east to the west. You would have to go through the Mediterranean Sea. It has been 30 days since the attitude of the Americans toward us shifted to total oppression, stopping the food supply, reducing the food availability in Gaza to starvation rations, a ration that will induce death, and also many days of no rations for people. This is deeply offensive to the children who deserve the defense and protection of the world. They deserve honor and nourishment. Our souls are coming through this era together. This is us all alive together in this life. The world will respond if you show of why the whole world can be a part of your family. And if the whole world can't be a part of your family, and you know that all of this happened because of money, you understand the importance of money, and the importance of technology, and the importance of relationships, and the importance of love, and the importance of the message of the religion of Islam, which was to give glad tidings and to protect against injustice only that. Nothing else is Islamic. None of this is Islamic. Only that is Islam.